All right. Sounds good.
So, Mike, I know that I'm going to call you out a little bit because I know we've brought up this album that we're hoping Quasi is going to drop in a year. And so I just want to talk about your experiences, man, and find out, because I know you've got your history with recording and releasing, and then you've kind of switched it up, went from rocking with a few guys to now you're in that process of doing it by yourself. So I want to see if you kind of give us some insight on where that change came from and why.
Well, the change came from force, It basically was force change, because you can only like push other people so much to try to motivate them to do more. And I mean, everybody's going to be their own person. And so when it gets to the point to where you try to push and, it's time to step away and just do what you love to do. I love to do it. That's why I'm probably the only one still doing it, still doing it from my little, deal. But
that's one of the things I was going to ask you is if the guys that you used to rock with, are they still on the mic? Did they give it up? They got jobs?
Who knows? I doubt it, but who knows? I mean, I really don't know. I really hate to say, say they're blowing up. I mean, I doubt it seriously, but nah, I only keep up. You know what I'm saying? I only keep up with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's times, man. You feel like giving up. You feel like, I'm sick. But if you love something, you don't never give up. You know what I'm saying? Right. You might change the way you do things. It might not be as it was in the beginning. You had to drive, you had, the people, and you had all that. But now it's more so I can take my time. I can do it, whatever I want to do, create whatever I want to create, and, just take my time with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to love my own work no matter what. So, that's all I can say about it.
All right. So, so Suay, I'm going to ask you a question. Mm-hmm. I already know the answer to this question, but I want you to elaborate a little bit. What's it going to take for you to finally put that microphone down?
Death.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever will. Well, I've been doing this now over 30 years.
Right.
So, in that time period, I've had to transition quite a bit. I haven't always been just a singer or just a rapper or just a producer or just a writer or just one thing. I've been able to span across many different areas of the game. So you talk about change, and one thing about change is that lifetime brings about change. Nothing ever stays the same.
Yeah.
And with quitting versus change, sometimes you have to quit in order to change.
Right.
You know what I mean? That doesn't mean like say for example, people ask me all the time, you gonna put out a record? And I'm like, yo, if a record needs to happen, I'll put one out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as I have something to promote, a lot of times I don't feel like a record is always necessary. Like right now, putting out a record right now, we're in production for Peanut Butter Magic is ridiculous.
Right.
Because that's gonna take away focus from what we're doing here. And we're at a stage with what we're doing to where this needs my attention so we can get it to where we need it to be. Putting out a record is gonna divert my attention elsewhere. Now, that's not to say that I won't make music. I've been working on a song for the last 5 or 6 days while working on this. That's how I know that it's difficult to do them both at the same time. However, But if we didn't have Peanut Butter Magic and I didn't have any other projects on the table, I'd be calling you boss and be like, all right, man, I'm getting back in the studio.
Right.
We need something. So I'm gonna get back in the studio and make something happen and whatnot. So I've always had to adapt to the environment and the circumstances of what's going on. So it may not necessarily be quitting. A lot of times it's just kind of transition. You transition out of this. Remember when we had the conversation and I was like, you've always been behind the scenes for me. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people, they've heard me talk about Brandon, Boss 10, this, that, and the third for years and years and years and years and years, but they never knew who you were. And then they'll meet you, they be like, he's white.
I mean, the name Brandon didn't give it away.
But I'll call you Boss 10. Like my homie Boss 10, he shoots the this, that, and the third, this, that. So you got the rap name, you know what I'm saying? You shooting the rap videos, and then they meet you and they were like, he's white? Word? You never said he was white. I never thought I had to, but
right.
So, but this gave you an opportunity to get out into the front of it, to where people can see you and get acquainted with the guy that I've been talking about for the past decade and a half and stuff like that. This is a transition, a change for you.
Oh, very much so.
You know what I mean? How much different is it being in front of the lens as opposed to looking through it?
It's not as bad yet, I guess, because we have these conversations weekly, sometimes numerous times throughout the week. So the only difference is that there's a camera on us. The weird part, though, was putting it in the editor. That was the strange part. I'm never the one that I'm editing.
Right.
Like when I was in college, there was a couple times that I had to step in front of the camera and and do something, and that was fine. But I've gone 10 years with never being the person in my editor.
Right.
So I'm like dragging videos in. I'm like, oh, there's me. I need to skip past this. Oh wait, there I am again. Wait a minute.
I can see that. That's funny though.
Yeah, that's the truth. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you're right. It's definitely part of that change because we're all, kind of going through this pandemic right now. The number of podcasts that are out there in the world have doubled, if not tripled.
Oh yeah.
Within the last year, we're all looking for something creative that we can do. Right. And when we talked about doing a podcast, I knew that I was going to have to step out from behind the camera and stand in front of it. So it's been a change. I'm not used to combing my hair.
Right. You know what I mean?
Is my beard shaved? I don't know.
That's why I'm wearing a hat now. I know I need a good old fresh cut.